Have you ever imagined walking through a dark mountain range and suddenly seeing a blazing golden light cut across the sky, descending like a burning star? Many would say it's just a meteor, or maybe a stray reflection of the moon. But deep in the heart of Brazil, that vision carries a much darker meaning, appearing as a fiery sphere that drifts and dances over mountains, caves, and rivers. The Mother of Gold is one of the most enigmatic entities in Brazilian folklore. They say she's not only a guardian spirit, but also a vengeful force, protecting the treasures hidden in the depths of the earth. Her glow mesmerizes, lures, and deceives, but chasing that light could be your final mistake. Many prospectors claim the Mother of Gold's appearance is a warning sign, proof that someone dared to dig for riches they were never meant to touch. Others swear she is the very embodiment of nature itself, a relentless guardian who punishes the greedy and those who dare disrespect the land. But what is this mysterious light that still terrifies and fascinates entire communities today? Could it be some natural phenomenon that science has yet to explain? Or is it a true manifestation of something supernatural, watching over the hidden treasures buried deep within Brazil? Get ready to dive into one of the brightest and at the same time darkest secrets of our folklore. The Mother of Gold is one of the most intriguing figures in Brazilian folklore. Her origins are intertwined with the very history of the country, especially during the mining period, when prospectors, adventurers, and colonizers pushed into mountains and caves in search of precious stones and rare metals. It was in this landscape of ambition, hardship, and exploitation that the legend of this fiery entity was born. Across many regions of Brazil, especially in Minas Gerais, Goiás, and Mato Grosso, the Mother of Gold is described as a glowing golden sphere that roams the skies or plunges into the mountains guarding the riches hidden underground. Some believe she can take the form of a beautiful woman covered in gold, appearing only to seduce and confuse those who dare approach. Others describe her as living fire, impossible to put out, gliding through the forests as if it had a will of its own. This mystical figure serves a very clear role in popular imagination, to protect nature and its treasures from human greed. During the gold rush, stories of prospectors who mysteriously vanished were quickly blamed on the Mother of Gold. If anyone dared exploit a mine without respect, taking more than they should, it was said the entity would appear as a warning or as punishment. Culturally, the legend also acted as a warning against unchecked ambition. The glow of gold has always had the power to blind men, and the Mother of Gold symbolizes that very danger. Following her light carelessly could lead to ruin. At the same time, her image as a guardian reinforces the idea that the earth itself holds invisible forces, ready to strike back against those who harm it. And what's most fascinating is that, even with the progress of science, the Mother of Gold still lingers in recent accounts. In many communities, especially those living near mountains and caves, people still claim to have seen a golden ball of fire streaking across the sky, as if the legend had never truly gone away. This blend of history, culture, And mystery is what makes the Mother of Gold so captivating. More than just a myth, she is the personification of the fine line between desire and danger, between material wealth and the invisible wrath of nature.
Imagine yourself on a silent night, lost in the mountains of Minas or the dense forests of Brazil's Midwest. The wind moves slowly, the silence is heavy, until a golden light begins to drift across the horizon. At first, it seems distant, like a falling star. But little by little, it grows, takes shape, and dances in the air as if it had a will of its own. That's the moment many believe they've come face to face with the Mother of Gold. The legend says this entity never appears by chance, always tied to places rich in minerals and precious stones. Her presence is a warning. Nature is being violated, and she has come to guard her treasures. For some, she's a sign that hidden gold lies deep within the earth. For others, she's a dark omen, proof that someone has dared to cross a forbidden line. Descriptions of her vary from region to region. In some stories, she is nothing more than a blazing sphere, moving swiftly through the skies and plunging into the ground as if swallowed by the earth itself. In others, she takes the shape of a woman of rare beauty, adorned in gold and jewels, appearing only to enchant miners. Her gaze is hypnotic, but deadly. Those who fall under her spell are doomed to madness or vanish without a trace. What makes the legend even more intriguing is its duality. The Mother of Gold isn't always a villain. In certain accounts, she appears as a protector, warning people to leave unstable mines or dangerous places before disaster strikes. But when greed takes over, her darker side emerges, chasing intruders, burning everything around her, or luring the ambitious into their own ruin. Old miners swore that those who followed her light often ended up at the edge of cliffs or trapped inside caves with no escape. It was as if the entity toyed with her pursuers, drawing them in with promises of wealth, only to lock them into an inevitable fate. Ambition became a trap, and the golden glow that seemed to guide them turned out to be nothing more than a prelude to death. That eerie atmosphere grew even stronger with the sounds of the night, echoing footsteps, whispering winds, and the silence that always followed the appearance of the fiery orb. For believers, these weren't just coincidences. The Mother of Gold was there, watching, deciding who would be punished and who might be spared. The legend has survived for centuries because it touches something deeply human, the fascination with gold. Its glow that dazzles the eyes can so easily turn into obsession, and in that sense, the Mother of Gold isn't just the fury of nature made flesh. She's also a warning against greed. To follow her light might seem like a promise of fortune, but almost always it ends in despair. If the Mother of Gold were just an invention, maybe she would have disappeared with time. But the stories that have crossed centuries and still surface today keep alive the feeling that there's something more than just popular imagination at play. After all, how do we explain so many similar accounts coming from different regions of Brazil? In the countryside of Goa's 19th-century miners told of intense lights descending over abandoned mines. Many said that when they tried to get closer, they were overtaken by a suffocating heat, as if the air itself were on fire. Some even claimed they heard a faint hum, almost like a woman's whisper, just before the light vanished. To them, there was no doubt it was the Mother of Gold, warning that those riches were not meant to be touched. In Minas Gerais, stories passed down from generation to generation tell of farmers who, while walking through mountain trails at night, saw a golden sphere streak across the sky and dive straight into the heart of the hills. One witness swore the glow was so intense it lit the path like a midnight sun. But when they tried to approach, a sudden gust of wind knocked them to the ground, leaving them paralyzed with fear. More recently, similar accounts have appeared in Mato Grosso. Locals claim to have seen fiery lights gliding silently across the skies, as if patrolling the forests. Strangely, these sightings almost always happen near caves or areas known for their mineral wealth. Coincidence? Or proof that the Mother of Gold still guards her domains? Of course, skeptics have their explanations. To them, these lights are nothing but natural phenomena, flammable gases seeping from the ground, optical reflections, or even ghostly flames known as willow. The wit. But then comes the question, why do these phenomena seem to occur exactly in places tied to gold and precious stones? And there's an even more disturbing layer. In some accounts, the Mother of Gold doesn't appear just as light. People claim to have seen a dazzling woman covered in gold who vanishes into flames the moment someone lays eyes on her. One miner from the interior of Minas confessed in secret that he was followed by this figure for hours, her laughter echoing through the forest. He never worked the mines again, swearing that if he escaped alive, it was only because he prayed until his voice was gone. These testimonies bring an unavoidable question: how far does imagination go? Is the Mother of Gold just a metaphor for the dangers of unchecked ambition, or is there something real, something beyond our understanding, hidden in the glow? And it's exactly in this mystery that the strength of the legend lies. With every new sighting, the line between myth and reality becomes thinner. The Mother of Gold is not just a ghost of the past. She still haunts Brazilian nights, leaving behind the same dilemma that has echoed since colonial times. To follow the light might be the path to fortune, or to eternal doom. The Mother of Gold is more than just a legend told around a fire or shared in conversations in rural communities. She is a profound reflection of the relationship between humans and nature, between unchecked ambition and respect for what does not belong to us. At the heart of every story, there is always a warning: those who try to dominate the land, exploit its resources without limits, or let greed blind them, end up facing something they cannot control. The Mother of Gold, in her form as a fiery light or as a radiant woman, embodies precisely this nature's own response to exploitation. Yet, at the same time, she fascinates. After all, who has never been drawn to the promise of hidden treasure, riches buried beneath layers of stone and earth? Gold has fueled wars, discoveries, and destruction throughout history. It's almost inevitable that a mystical figure would emerge to personify that burning and terrifying desire. Even today, when we look at the night sky and see a light streaking across the horizon, it's impossible not to wonder, is it just a meteor, or could it be the Mother of Gold, once again fulfilling her role as guardian, reminding us that some mysteries should never be touched? Perhaps we'll never have a definitive answer. Perhaps the Mother of Gold will always remain this enigma, balancing between science and superstition, reality and myth. What matters is that she survives not just in stories, but in the collective imagination, like a golden shadow hovering over our forests, mountains, and rivers. And now I ask you, if you saw a ball of fire descending over a mountain, would you have the courage to follow it? Or would you turn away, afraid of discovering something you were never meant to see? If this story sparked your curiosity and made you reflect on the secrets still hidden in our folklore, don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to follow the next legends and mysteries we'll explore together here on Urban Secrets. After all, Brazil is a land of secrets, and many of them are still alive, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves.